In this video, we'll take a look at the 9800 series phone in WebEx Control Hub. An item to be aware is if you make a number of changes in a short period of time, it may cause a delay of the phone status to be shown in Control Hub. I'll kind of reproduce this issue and we'll kind of talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and select this 9851 phone in my WebEx Control Hub. And then we're going to make a number of different changes in a quick fashion here. Okay, the phone is applying those changes. If you notice in Control Hub, it's showing the phone SIP registration failed, also showing issue status top left corner. And I'm going to just switch to a different camera here. Okay, so the phone just went ahead and did another apply. And we're going to give it a few moments here. So it's applying the configuration here. And what we're going to do is once it comes up, we're going to go ahead and do a test call. Then we're going to look back at WebEx Control Hub. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a test call here. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the phone, as you notice, is operational. We're going to go back to WebEx Control Hub now. And we're going to go ahead and just refresh this. So I'm going to go select a different group like workspaces, then back to devices, then online. And what you're going to notice is it is not showing that phone online any longer, even though it's online. So we're going to wait here a bit. Generally, what I've found is if you make multiple changes back to back, kind of what I just did, what it's going to do, it's going to trigger rate limiting in the cloud, and I'll show you specifically the messages in the debug level PRT here, what to look for. So I'm going to go back to workspaces, devices, and we're still showing here only 2 devices online. So again, the 9800 phone is operational. As you notice, I just did a test call a few moments ago, but it is not being reflected in WebEx Control Hub at this point of time. So we'll need to give it a few minutes here. So I'm just going to jump between these screens here. Okay, and then let me go ahead and actually find that in the list here. Okay, so again, the phone is actually registered and functioning, but the information is not being illustrated here in WebEx Control Hub, and the reason being is due to the rapid changes made, it's doing rate limiting. Thus, the communication that phone is sending back to WebEx Control Hub is not being updated here due to the rate limiting that's kicking in. So we're going to give it here a few moments and allow it to update itself here. And what you want to basically have enabled is debug level logging if you run into this issue, and it will actually look at the messages in the debug level log of what to look for, just to make sure if this is what you're running into, that it's an expected behavior due to the rate limiting and making multiple changes back to back. Let me go back here. The phone is operational here, off camera, so I see it operational. So what I'll do is I'll make one more test call as we're waiting, just so we can take a look at it here. Okay, we'll switch over to the camera on the phone. We'll make another test call. Testing, testing. Okay. So let's go ahead and refresh. So the phone has been operational this whole time. So let's go ahead and refresh this and see. Okay, so right now it does shows updated telemetry in WebEx Control Hub for the phone. There is going to be a delay, generally roughly about 5 minutes. If you make multiple changes and you apply that to the phone, it's going to trigger rate limiting. So what we'll do right now is we're going to go ahead and generate a PRT from the phone. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's go down to the device logs. Okay, we're going to go generate. Also, as a footnote, when you're troubleshooting phones, this could be Phone OS as we're focused on right now, or 3PCC phones, you want to make sure debug level logging is enabled on the phone. That can be done through WebEx Control Hub. I have other videos that focus on that on the YouTube channel. And also typically you want to generate the PRT directly from the web interface of the phone. The reason I'm doing it through here is the parameters I was adjusting earlier were related to, one of them was the web interface. So I'm going to just trigger this directly from the phone right now so we can look at the PRT. The reason it's preferable to generate the PRT directly from the phone's web interface is it won't have any information that will be obfuscated in the logs. Example, IP addresses, phone numbers, domains, and other pertinent information that may be useful for troubleshooting. Okay, the PRT has been generated. We're going to go ahead and download it. Okay, we went ahead and opened up the debug level PRT, and the key item you want to look at is going to be this HTTP status 429 too many requests. So this will be indicating that due to the number of changes that were made in a short period of time on the actual phone within WebEx Control Hub, that it's triggering a rate limiting mechanism in the cloud. So the phone will still be operational, but as far as the telemetry of the phone, as we saw earlier, it's not going to reflect the true status of the phone in WebEx Control Hub. So this is as designed, this protection mechanism, that if there's too many changes that occur in a specific window of time of 5 minutes, if you will, there's going to be delay of roughly 5 minutes before the telemetry can get updated on WebEx Control Hub. And what you'll basically see in the log is this HTTP status 429 too many requests. So again, this is as designed, working as designed. If you're seeing delays in WebEx Control Hub regarding status updates for your Phone OS phones, the 9800 series, you want to check the debug level logs to see if this is being triggered. If it is being triggered, then it is working as designed. And just be aware, if you make multiple changes within a window of time, again, roughly 5 minutes, it may trigger this rate limiting. and there may be a delay of roughly 5 minutes before the updates in Control Hub reflect truly of the phone. The phone during this period is operational. I can make, receive calls. The user doesn't really notice a difference, if you will, on the phone. But if you're the admin in Control Hub, you will not have visibility to the telemetry of the phone for that period of time until the rate limiting releases and the phone's able to communicate back to WebEx Control Hub. So just be aware, hopefully this video helps you if you run into this issue, and you do definitely want to check in the debug level purity to make sure this is indeed what is happening, not something else. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully this video is helpful. Thank you.